Hi guys, Casper MMA here, and today we are back with another UFC reaction video on the channel. And today I'm giving my reaction thoughts and breakdown to UFC Fight Night, Cannonier versus Borralho. Now I've got to say, overall, this was a really good card. I enjoyed watching it, especially the main card. There's some awesome fights. The main event was awesome as well. We actually absolutely smashed it on picks as well. But before I jump into my reaction to this card, make sure if you are enjoying this content, you go and leave a subscribe down below. We're only on 10 subscribers. Let's get that number up, guys. So we kicked off the card with Kong Wang versus Victoria Leonardo, and this went exactly how I expected it. I picked Kong Wang at odds of 1.1, so she was mega favourite, and she got the job done. She KO'd her in like 20 seconds or something like crazy. It was like, well, maybe a minute. Can't remember. It was really quick. It was like one of the quickest in like women's flyweight or whatever this division is. But yeah, she looked awesome. I didn't realize she had a win over Shevchenko as well. I can't remember if I mentioned that in my breakdown of this card. But yeah, she looked pretty good. She's going to be a problem in the women's division, and yeah, I can definitely see her fighting for the title at some point after that performance. I mean, I know Victoria Leonardo wasn't great, but that like right hand or whatever she landed, you never see that in women's. You never see them get put out cold. So that was a pretty good KO though. Then next up on the card was Josiane Nunes versus Jacqueline Cavalcante. My only loss of the card, which is kind of crazy. I nearly had a full clean sweep if it wasn't for Josiane Nunes. And to be honest, I didn't actually watch this fight. I was round at my mate's house while this was on, and I fell asleep while this fight was on, and I woke up for the Borralho fight. But yeah, I didn't see what happened. Saw it was a split decision. Saw that a lot of people raging that Josiane Nunes, they scored it 30-27 to her. That made it a split decision. I didn't see it. Don't know what people are raging about. But yeah, pretty bad pick by me. I thought like it's an underdog. She was quite a big underdog as well, Nunes. I thought she wasn't too bad and she could have got the job done. But end of the day, we never really know with women's fights which way it's going to go. But yeah, I'm not unhappy with that pick. It could have went a split decision. Who knows? But yeah, we got on her at actually 2.75 odds. So if she won, it would have been good. But yeah, the only loss of the card right there. Then up the card was Vyacheslav Borshev versus James Lontop, and I picked another pick right for me. I got on what was this? Borshev at 1.45 odds. Very nice pick there. I don't know why it says split decision in here. I can't remember if it was split decision, but Borshev definitely won the fight. I'm pretty sure. Like James Lontop doesn't look good. He's not very good at all really. Borshev was just like, he's an animal in there. He got the job done over the 3 rounds. Maybe Lontop could have won one of them. I can't really remember. But yeah, Borshev just looked at the better fighter for the entire 3 rounds. Just wouldn't stop. And yeah, I thought he won. I didn't know it was a split decision, to be honest. But yeah, it was a pretty good pick there. Next up was Zachary Reese versus Jose Medina. And Zachary Reese got the job done by decision. I picked him at odds of 1.18. He didn't look like 1.18 odds, to be honest. Well, he did, but I thought he would get the KO because Jose Medina looked terrible in there. He did not look like UFC level. That's what happens when you sign someone who lost a decision, a 30-27 decision on the Contender Series. He just didn't look like he was made for the UFC. Zachary Reese just dominated him for 3 rounds. I don't even think he won a minute of any rounds, to be honest, with Medina. He just looked out of his depth in there. Surprised Zachary Reese couldn't get him out of there. He was very tough. That's all he got going from Medina, because Zachary Reese couldn't KO him. He couldn't get him out of there. But yeah, decent performance by Zachary Reese anyways. Got the job done. Then the last prelim, where I was literally falling asleep, was Dennis Bazooka versus Francis Marshall. I picked Marshall. We got him at odds of 1.73. So pretty good. He was a favourite, but pretty high odds, to be fair. And yeah, he got the job done by split decision. I wasn't really sure who won the fight. I think Marshall won it in rounds 1 and 2, I think maybe. Because I do remember he got the knock. He got knocked Bazooka down in the second, maybe. That might have won him that round. I can't quite remember. I was very tired, to be honest. I was falling asleep. But yeah, Francis Marshall got the job done by decision. I think I predicted that as well. Either submission or decision. He looked decent, to be fair. He knocked him down, and yeah, I'll take the split decision win. We got the pick right. Then up to the main card, where the fight started to get really good. We had started off with Edmund Shabazyan versus Gerald Meerschaert, and my underdog pick, we got it done, baby. We picked GM3. He got the submission win. It was beautiful. Round 1, he lost. I think I had it 10-9 Shabazyan, and then round 2, I think he got dropped by Shabazyan. And then Shabazyan came down, went to the ground with him, which is the worst mistake because I'm pretty Meerschaert flipped him over and then submitted him, which is kind of crazy. Pure GM3 style win there. But yeah, I'm so happy he got the submission. We got him odds of 3.4, so that is like 2.4 units if you got put a unit on that. I hope you guys betted on that. I did. We won money. Let's go. And yeah, a beautiful pick there. GM3. He still got it. Then up the card again, we had Neil Magny versus Michael Morales, and pretty easy pick this one. Michael Morales, he got the job done. I didn't expect a KO, to be honest. I didn't think he'd be able to finish Magny, but he did. He made it look really easy in round one. I think he was near the end of the round. He's like spinning elbow, knocked Magny down, like wobbled him a bit off balance. Then he just like come down and ground and pounded him to a finish, and it was a pretty good performance, to be fair. Now he moves up to 17-0. He's pretty decent. I think that's what's that, welterweight? He's a problem. It's undefeated. I mean, there's quite a few undefeated, like a welterweight. There's like Shavkat, Ian Gary. I don't know if Ian Gary's undefeated, but like he's got a pretty high record. So there's a few good fighters there. Borralho will not be champ for long in that division. But yeah, we managed to get on Morales at 1.13. It's actually nearly the him and what's the name, Kong Wang, like the biggest favourites of the card. Rightfully so. He looked like he was a big favourite, and yeah, a decent pick there. Then we had the first of the two tough finals, and we had Khan Ofli versus Mayron Santos. I saw a lot of people online telling me that Khan Ofli was going to get this done pretty easily. I went with Santos, and I've got the right pick there. We got Santos at 1.57 odds. He looked the better fighter, to be fair. He got the knockout in round two. He looked pretty decent. I can't quite remember how the finishing sequence went, but I remember he missed one and then hit him he threw like a 1-2, put like hooks, and on the second one knocked him down and then finished him on the ground. Which, well, pretty sure he knocked him out cold, and then he was punching him on the ground before the ref got there. But yeah, pretty decent finish for Santos. That I picked him there, and yeah, a pretty decent form. So I like to see him in the UFC. Then the next tough final was Ryan Loader versus Robert Valentin, and my second big underdog pick. I didn't even realise he was underdog at the time when I picked him, but man, I got him at odds of 2.5, so he's like massive underdog. I hadn't seen Robert Valentin. A lot of people saying he's really good, but Ryan Loader looked like he had a decent record, and he showed it in that fight. His wrestling was too much for Robert Valentin. Valentin looked like he was like on top. He was on top for a bit, trying to find submission and stuff. But then Ryan Loader reversed it, got him down, and then he had like a crucifix or something. He like trapped his arm with the legs, and he was just constantly, he was threw like 40 to like 50 elbows right on Robert Valentin, and he couldn't move, so the ref had to stop it. So that was a pretty good performance by Loader. I think he'd do pretty decent with that wrestling in the UFC, unless he comes up against someone with like good jiu-jitsu. But yeah, pretty decent performance there, and a good underdog pick. Then the co-main event, we had Angela Hill versus Tabitha Ricci, and this was actually a pretty decent fight. I watched it, not expecting much from a women's fight, but I was pleasantly surprised. They both were like throwing out there. It was just quite an eventful fight. But Tabitha Ricci did get the unanimous decision. I think it was either like 29-28, 30-27. Not too sure. I think I had 29-28. But yeah, Angela Hill, she's 40, but she's still throwing hands. She's put up a competitive fight. But Tabitha Ricci, the much younger, she looked fresher out there and stuff, especially going to like the later rounds. And yeah, she got the job done there. We got on Ricci at a nice 1.91 odds. Pretty sure they were quite equal. So I'm happy with that pick there. And then the main event, Jared Cannonier versus Caio Borralho. Up there with fight of the year contention, because this was an absolute banger of a fight. If you haven't watched it, you need to go and watch it. It's so good. There was just an ultimate scrap. I can't really remember every single detail of the fight, but it was just like as soon as like Borralho started to look like he's pulling away with the fight, and he was starting to like rock Cannonier. Cannonier would just start throwing back, and like he was just constant back and forth. You didn't know who was going to win. I think I had it 2-2 in the fourth round. Going into the fifth, because Cannonier like cut open Borralho in the third, which for me won him the fight on damage. Won him the round on damage. So going into the fifth, I had it 2-2. But then Borralho in this fifth round, he put it on Cannonier. He literally knocked him out cold at one point, and the ref didn't decide not to stop it for some reason. If Borralho had walked off away from that KO, he would have stopped the fight. But for some reason, he jumped on top of him, tried to finish him by submission and stuff, couldn't do it. Cannonier is a dog. He's an animal, still like 40, 39. I don't know how old he is. He's getting on a bit, but he still shows he's got it against these young guys, because he was arguably he was even going into the fifth round. So if he'd won that, he would have won the fight. But yeah, Borralho showed he's up there the best. I don't know if he beats anyone in the top four at middleweight, but he's definitely up there. I don't know who he's going to get next. Maybe Izzy, maybe the loser of Khamzat and Whitaker. Don't know. There's some good matchups you can make there. But yeah, that fight was pretty awesome. We got Borralho at 1.43 odds, another pick right, and we finished the card with 10 wins and 1 loss. So there was my reaction to UFC Fight Night, Cannonier versus Borralho. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video down below. Also, let me know your thoughts on the card itself, any of the fights, if you follow my picks and won any money, I'd like to know that. So that's all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, maybe leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.